I'm Salad and I saw Scream 6. It is directed by Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Gillette. This is Scream 6. I've reviewed Scream 5 and others here if you haven't checked it out. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This review is sponsored by my Linktree. You can check it out after the review. The movie starts forgetting a woman who is out and about at a bar, and then she's calling. She gets a call from a person, like her date. She's supposed to be on a date with a dude, and it's like, where are you? Oh, I don't know, do you see me? Can you go outside? Okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And then like she goes outside. What's interesting is she's a professor. She's a professor who teaches stuff about like slasher movies, and during this sequence where she's on a phone, she's like, oh, I can't see you in the alley, okay? Oh, could you just come closer, more into the alley? And then she goes into the alley, and then I really like the guy on the phone. He's like, well, if you know so much about slasher movies, then why are you in a dark alley? And then like, she gets murder, death, killed then. You know, it's like, oh boy, whoa, wow, sorry, murder, death, kill happening. And then, something completely unprecedented, that Ghostface killer, he's got a new mask, okay? He takes his mask off, and we actually know who it is. And so that guy, we follow that guy who is like talking on the phone with somebody. Yeah, I did the deed, and you know, hey, you talk about it a little bit. Not over the phone, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm dumb and peer pressure. And then what's interesting is that it's actually not the person that they thought it was gonna be. Like they were talking to, it's a different Ghostface. And then they get murdered, death, killed. It's like, what is happening? So we have a Ghostface killer who just murdered somebody, and then another Ghostface killer who just murdered a Ghostface killer. This is a weird, wacky, insane movie already. We're following Tara and Sam after what happened in Scream 5. There's a lot of people who say that Sam was the murderer for Scream 5, which I don't understand why that rumor exists, because it doesn't even make any logical sense. Oh, don't you know that she's the murderer? It's like, well, that's really insensitive to her and her family and like the people that she knew that died. Why would she be the one who did it? Why is she still around if she's the murderer? Like, well, you're not more clever than the police. Myth people who create myths. I just didn't like that part, people creating myths about Sam, and Sam has to go to therapy about it, but she's not really open about it, and for good reason. Whenever she opens up to the therapist is like, oh, well, I'm just gonna tell the cops on you. It's like, oh, thanks, great. I'm glad that I have an ally in this world. And also, Tara is here. They seem to all be going to school here. We got the friends too, and it's like, oh boy, what's happening? Also, Sam's ID was at a murder place, so someone's trying to frame her. And it doesn't help that we have like her just being out in public and people are just gonna like throw drinks on her and start confrontations, and then she's going to be the one that's evil because she's retaliating. Like a clip out of context clip just appearing on the news of her just being like, get away from me, stop, what, get out of here, or something like that, because somebody called her a murderer. Man, this movie really just makes me hate the news even more because of all the false narration, the false, what is that called? No context narrative. Just makes you look at this image, look at the title, and that's all the information. And I'm not really a big fan of that, honestly. It does a lot of people dirty, especially Sam. You got a bunch of people coming after her. I really like in this movie how we have, you know, we got Ghostface coming after, but Ghostface, like, chasing them will just kill anyone that's in his way. Like, wow, he's just gonna stab, and then you got a shop owner has like a gun on him, and then he's just gonna shoot with the shotgun, and it's like, oh boy, how are they gonna escape? And they do, but they're being chased. Also, there's this really cool ladder trick thing. Of course, we have a Ghostface killer has stabbed and gutted, that's a brutal move, some of the friends. And you gotta cross this really big gap in between two buildings with a ladder. And this gave me anxiety. I was like, oh boy, I hope none of them fall. I hope the ladder doesn't slip. I hope the Ghostface Killer doesn't come, because you got the Ghostface Killers breaking down the door. And there's this one chick, she doesn't make it. She gets thrown off the ladder and falls to the floor. And it's not fun, it's not pleasant. I'm like, oh boy, this is so much so much brutality is happening. We get more people dying, more insane ways people are dying. I don't think I've ever actually seen this from the other Scream movies. Like, having outside people, other than like the main cast, be murder, death, killed. Just like NPCs, practically. I guess they're not, none of them were playable. What I mean to say is background characters. That's probably a better term in like movie industry stuff. A chick is now in the FBI who was involved in the 2011 Scream murders. I think that's Scream 4. Yeah, her name's Tara. She's here. And unfortunately, Ghostface Killer steals some documents, Sam's documents, from her therapist, and the therapist is now gone. And it's like, oh man, dude, this is so sad. I'm like really sad for the therapist. Y'all never got to work through your guys' issues. I mean, how could you? You're talking to a therapist that you're meeting for the first time, and it takes like 6 months for you guys to get to know each other, even though you guys only see each other once a week. I mean, how are you gonna get to know your therapist in less than 6 months at least? Come on. Once again, Ghostface Killer murder, death, kills when people are separated. Y'all should just stay as a team. I know it's unfortunate that you guys get separated, and that's when the Ghostface Killer strikes. But we have Sam gets a vision from Billy Loomis and is like, you got this. Use your murder instincts. And she freaks out. But it's like, who are the Ghostface Killers? You're never gonna guess this. Yeah, it's a big old spoiler alert. They got the detective, and then we have Ethan and Quinn, I believe their names are. There's 3 of them. There's 3 Ghostface Killers, and it's weird how they all just want to frame Sam. Like, come on. Ugh, I don't like the idea of framing Sam, okay? I'm pro Sam. I like Sam, but luckily, there's more of an open communication between sisters now. Because of this whole incident happens yet again. Oh my goodness. Also, I really like it when Sam just keeps on stabbing Ghostface. Die, just stuff like that. I liked that part. And then they kind of return to learning something about family and how family works. And so I think this movie twisted all of my expectations. I had no idea what I was expecting when I came in. This movie does a lot of meta commentary about how it's a franchise at this point. We're not at any requel. This has elements of Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, because whenever there's a murder, death, kill, some remnants of a mask with like DNA from the original killers will just appear at a scene, like one of the masks, and this will be for the other movies. We'll stab, but it's really great. I'm just so happy that this movie didn't disappoint me. I wasn't disappointed. I was really happy with the bigger city vibes. More people are dying. I'm really excited to see where the Scream franchise goes next. And honestly, I felt along with the journey with everyone else. Everyone else who has to not die. Cause, oh man, all those stabs, oh, I felt them. I didn't want to feel them, but I did, because empathy exists. It's wild. It's just wild how violent these Ghostface Killers get. And it's also nice how violent Sam gets in order to not murder, death, kill not have everyone murder, death, killed by these Ghostface killers. So I gotta give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that, or you can fast track a movie review request at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month, or $3 a month for how to draw Pokemon tutorials, $3 a month for how to draw Pokemon tutorials, I just said that, and 250 vlogs that are up there right now on patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, go to this link tree. It really helps the daily grindiness, so you can go there. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad. I'll see you later, my Salad croutons, bacon bits.